Breaking tonight as we come on the air at 11. One man accused of sparking two deadly scenes in Worcester. Police say that he shot and killed someone at a home and then ran onto a highway and pointed his gun at drivers. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ed Hardy.
And I'm Maria Stefanos. Worcester police say that they fired shots at that man on the highway, but that's not what killed him. Our John Atwater was live there all day. Now he's at police headquarters, live right now with the breaking details. John.
And Maria, investigators now say that man shot himself, and this all played out as drivers watched in horror.
When I looked over, the guy was on the ground right next to my passenger tire.
Julia DeLore was just feet away from the gunfire as the suspect tried to hide from officers.
He kind of took cover in front of my car behind the pickup truck that was in front of me.
He was about 5 feet away from us.
Yeah, no further than 5 feet away
and
from
he had this panicked look on his face, like
he was being chased.
I'm being chased.
Police say the man had been pointing a gun at cars and trying to carjack people stuck in standstill traffic on 190.
Shots fired, shots fired.
They say he made his way onto the highway around 3:30 after firing off a shot and then running from a state trooper.
Right when he got up to my car, that's when we started hearing gunshot, but it was from the cops.
Yeah, and we thought one of the gunshots were going to go through the car.
I honestly thought that we were going to get shot because the cops were across the highway aiming at us because the guy was in front of us.
Police say a Worcester officer and a trooper opened fire on the highway, but they say the suspect ultimately shot himself. The rush hour violence snarling traffic for hours and leaving those who witnessed the drama in disbelief.
There were so many gunshots coming from everywhere that we didn't know where it was coming from.
And that highway was shut down for about 4 hours tonight, finally opening around 7:30. Police have not yet identified that suspect. We're live in Worcester tonight. John Atwater, WCVB News Center 5.
John, thank you. The highway shooting was less than a quarter mile from this home where police say that gunman shot and killed a man. I'm Mary Saladna is connecting the dots live there right now, continuing our team coverage. Mary.
Yeah, Maria, you know, neighbors here are pretty rattled. I mean, they point out that stray bullets don't discriminate. This shooting happened just after 2 o'clock here at 32 Herald Road, just as the first wave of neighborhood kids were getting off the school bus.
You was scared? Yeah, I was really scared.
Grace and Kennedy Picos were walking home from the school bus when shots rang out near the house right next to them.
We heard the pops first, like the gunshots first.
Okay.
And then he came running from, I don't remember where, maybe the side of the house. Came running, like fast. And he dropped some things. He went back to get it. And that's when he kind of looked up at me. And that's when I knew I should run.
The girls told us the man they saw fleeing scooped up the money and keys that he dropped, then took off down Marconi Road. They raced home to tell their dad.
I didn't believe him. So we walked down the road and saw an individual. And Grace had indicated that that was the individual that she had witnessed. So we came home real quick.
The Picos family say that man ran toward I-190. Neighbors tell us the shooting happened outside the home at 32 Herald Road. The male victim was pulled from the bushes, then rushed into an ambulance. Many of these kids, who spoke with permission from their parents, told us they're friends with one of the sisters who live here.
Our bus stop's right down there, and her house is right there. So she just saw all the police cars, and she got really freaked out.
And it was very shocking that this happened here.
Like, we always ride our bikes around, and like we think nothing bad's gonna happen.
Now, at this hour, investigators continue to process this crime scene. They have been sort of hanging near that deck and the bushes in the front of the house. The family that lives here, we are told by neighbors, is not very well known yet because they just started renting this house at the end of the summer. But to recap, the man that was shot here has died, not been identified yet by police. The suspect in this case is also dead. He turned the gun on himself down on the highway. We're live in Worcester tonight. I'm Mary Saladna, WCVB News Center 5.
Mary Saladna still on an active scene. Mary, thank you for that. We sent you this alert to your phone as soon as the highway was shut down this afternoon. As Sky 5 raced toward that scene, get the WCVB app and then turn on the alert so that you know when breaking news is happening. And be sure to tune in tomorrow morning in the Eye Opener where they're overnight. We'll have all the breaking developments from overnight in the morning.